I ran down 3 flights of stairs, ran down the hall to the cafeteria, not the cafeteria, what's the canteen? Ran in there, grabbed a Red Bull, threw it on the counter, threw a couple of bucks on the counter, said, I'm in a hurry. And so I went back up, and as I was handing it to him, the driver took it away. He said, you can't have it while you're on the ambulance. And I grabbed it back. I said, no, he got his Red Bull. Just let him have it. And so that was the last thing I was able to do for him. Anybody else? Come on. We got more.
Okay, first of all, this morning I was getting dressed and I'm like, what says grog more than this shirt? I joined in February 14, and sometime within the next couple of months, I think the only thing I owned that said CVMA besides my vest was I had a hat. So we were on post, and they were set up, a bunch of vendors were set up there to fill this ring. So I had my hat on, and this big fucker walks up, he said, hey, I'm Grog. Awesome. You know, I didn't know who he was. He said, hey, come over here. And he had three-dimensional skull, metal skull, that was powder coated, was sitting there, and he said, yeah, my dad does this stuff. And I said, okay. And he said, let me see your card. I showed my card. So that's the first CVMA thing I bought, not from the store. And shortly after that, you know, I put pictures up, and people were like, oh, they got this use agreement and everything else, and did that get approved? And I said, I don't care, come and get it if you think you can. But that's when I met Grog. And some of this is gonna sound familiar because we were on the same trip to California. I think the California stories have been told, but we were on the same trip to Texas. We're going across Texas on day 2. This is after Penn's bike broke 14 times the first time before. I think it was like all day the day before. But we're going across Texas. We're just 30 miles east of Abilene, and my bike just rattled and popped. It sounded like a bag of hammers underneath. And I pulled off the side of the road. I was in the back of the line, and talking to Redline. We both pulled over. And the bike wouldn't move. It'd run, but it wouldn't move. Everybody came back. We're all sitting there beside the highway. There's the grassy patch, and then there's an access road off to the right. So we got bikes sitting in the grass. We got bikes sitting beside the highway. We got bikes sitting on the access road, and we got keys laying in the road. We got state troopers stopping by to make sure nobody's dead because they kept getting reports, and Rob just disappears. But where the fuck Rob go? Nobody knows. He comes back a few minutes later. He's got this box, you know, about 15 pounds of chicken livers. He said, hey, let's eat. No. Fucking Grog. And that time that Penn couldn't get his steak right, I'm pretty sure there was like 14 extra baked potatoes because they didn't take those back. Everybody had potatoes that night. Sure Grog had all of them. So we got through Texas. We got through that. And so one of the first things I remember is getting the skull that his dad made. One of the last things I remember is our last meeting when Grog's the one that upped our portion of the toy drive to $1,000 instead of $500. So he's been here my whole career.